Happy New Year's, Unity Medina. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. And Happy New Year's to all joining online. Are you ready for new beginnings? Yes. Well, this morning we have something very special planned for you. Our own ordained metaphysical minister, Linda Stalvey, will be bringing our burning bowl ceremony this morning. And I know something. I know she has something special planned. I have been with her this week and talking with her, and the energy and the enthusiasm and the love for what she's bringing forward this morning is coming off her, and it can only fill this room. So we really look forward to it, Linda. Okay? Let's just all come together in our hearts in prayer and holding and claiming that this very space this morning is filled with the awareness of the potential and of all of our new beginnings. So let's just take that into our heart. And so together, we claim it this morning. We claim that what's bringing forth for this new year's is for our journey, and that it is only good. God has only good planned for our life. We claim that now in the name and through the power of the living Christ. Amen. Angie.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Come on, stand up. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Caperton, and I'm your platform person today. Also your fire builder for later on, so I am kind of honored that you people would actually trust me with fire. Welcome to Unity of Medina. Here at Unity, we affirm our core values: integrity, joy, acceptance, love, and spiritual growth. For January, the word is power. January is power of faith. Reverend David will light the blue candle. As he's lighting the candle, let us affirm, I'm having a little problem this morning. As he's lighting the candle, let us affirm together our affirmation for the power of faith. Together, faith blesses my day and paves my way. The daily word for January 2nd. Time spent communing with God gives me clarity. When I gaze toward the heavens on a moonlit night, I expect to see twinkling stars and constellations. But if I use a telescope, I can see details with much greater clarity. This example could describe my spiritual life as well. I may go about my day mindful of my blissful feelings and kinship with all people. These things and more are fruits of my faith. But I find clarity during times of intentional contemplations. When I meditate upon the truth, I feel the presence of God fill my consciousness and touch my heart. This clarity informs my thoughts, words, and actions, bringing my faith to vivid life. For now we see in a mirror, dimly, but then we will see face to face. Now I know in part, then I will know fully, even as I have been fully known. 1 Corinthians 13:12.
Medina friends, here and online. I am excited to start a new year, and I'm excited to be here with you this morning. And thank you, Reverend David, for asking me to facilitate this burning bowl ceremony. 2022 is here, and like all New Year's, it holds unlimited promise. We often plan to make resolutions and try to control the year. I saw a recent Blondie comic in the paper, and Blondie asked Dagwood, "Do you make any New Year's resolutions, dear?" And Dagwood replies, "Nope, I decided to skip this year." And then he adds, "I want to see what it's like to have a guilt-free year." Perhaps he has a point there. However, statistics show that 80% of New Year's resolutions crash by the second week in February. And I started to wonder why. So I pulled out my Webster's dictionary, and yes, I still have one, along with the thesaurus and the AP Style Guide, and I looked up resolution. Webster's definition of resolution includes this description: a decision as to future action. Well, that certainly takes us out of the present moment. I would suggest that we all stay guilt-free this new year and not make any resolutions. Even dear Abby advised against resolutions yesterday through a reader who suggested guidelines. Needless to say, I take a lot of my spiritual inspiration through the newspaper. The reader quoted from the Holy Vedas that man has subjected himself to thousands of self-inflicted bondages. Wisdom comes to man who lives according to the true law of nature, and further quoted the prayer of St. Francis as a powerful message of how to live according to the law of nature. Perhaps we can take a moment to thoughtfully let those words kickstart our year. Are we on? I often hear Jimmy Twyman singing this when I see the words. Thankfully, there is power in the spoken word, and I don't have to sing it. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to understand as to be understood, to be loved as to love, for it is in giving that we receive, and it is in pardoning that we pardon, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. So, no more resolutions, only guidelines, and burning bowl, which is unity's way to clear the way for the good that is coming to us this year. We receive messages in many ways, and mine often comes through the comics, as I said, so let me offer another entertainment goodie for the New Year's. Yesterday's Mutz cartoon is up on the screen, and I never thought I would see Meister Eckhart in the comics. However, that comic about what a great message, you know, it's trust the magic of new beginnings. This is where we are. We are in the magic of new beginnings today. The new year is here with unlimited promise. We know that numbers have spiritual meaning and symbolic meaning. We see these interpretations in the Bible, in numerology and tarot, in sacred geometry, and I'm sure in many other places. I thought it might be fun to see what the interpretation is for the numbers in this year. With 3 2s and 1 0, it must be something. So looking at the vibrations associated with 2022, we see a year more positive than the news headlines would have us believe. The number 2 vibrates duality, balance, adaptability, faith and trust, cooperation, and diplomacy. The number also represents love, family, and partnership. Sounds good, doesn't it? With 3 2s present in 2022, the energy is magnified. When you see the number 0, its energies are amplified, making every number and letter more powerful and influential. A number 0 corresponds to spiritual oneness and growth. It represents potential and/or choice, eternity and infinity, oneness and wholeness, continuing cycles and flow, and the beginning of a journey. Manifesting miracles, achieving balance, and new opportunities are actually highlighted in 2022. Manifesting miracles. I like the sound of that. Another important number in the 2022 year with vibrational energy is the number 6, and that is a reduction of 2022 to a single digit. And you see this a lot in sacred geometry and numerology and the symbolism within several of the numbers. When the numbers get past 2 digits, you usually add them. So in 2022, you get a 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2, which would equal a 6. And that 6 energy brings something special too. It brings kindness and stability. It may also indicate some wisdom and being prepared to use that knowledge to move forward. So looking at the vibrational energy of 2022, it already sounds better than 2021, which vibrated to a 5 energy. That is the number which kept us off balance, out of sorts, and in constant frustration, according to one author. And an astrologer friend of mine posted the following. And whether you believe this or not, I think it's interesting to know that there are other ways of looking at the year. Jupiter moves back into Pisces on 12/28/21 until 5/10/22. This will make us more spiritually aware and compassionate. Looking at what we value, this is a year of giving, not receiving. Starting on 4/26, the celestial alignment will be good for creativity, the arts, travel, and I'm glad to hear this, I have a trip scheduled for May, hopefully it will go off, exploring and opening to our spirituality, so we can find what brings us most happiness and joy. And finally, the breaking down of traditional structures will open us to how people can come together to develop mutually beneficial innovations for all. I also find it interesting that in the numerology description of 2022, we find unity powers. We find faith, we find love and wisdom. We find spiritual growth or consciousness. The astrological information doesn't use that exact terminology, but it too certainly touches on unity powers. And we find imagination, understanding, and the power of power within that. Last week, we celebrated Christmas with the Unity of Medina's beautiful and moving 12 Powers service. Today, we see evidence of the 12 Powers in the New Year's. Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore created the 12-Power system a century ago to provide for soul growth. They're not just fancy words that we bring out once a month. The powers and spiritual tools for creating a life that is, as Apostle Paul said, no longer storm-tossed by difficulties and challenges to your faith. Our minds can be a link to God through these 12 capacities of wisdom, love, strength, faith, imagination, order, understanding, will, power, zeal, release, and life itself. These creative powers are fundamental to us and are aspects of the nature of the divine within us. Reverend Donna gave us a wonderful short review last week on the powers and where they reside in the body. Understanding the true potential of these creative energies and how to engage their power leads us to living a richly blessed life. The notion that each of us holds the divine within us, that we have spiritual nature along with our humanity, is not new. But most of us don't have a method for developing our spiritual capacities. The 12 powers provide that method. With practice, these capacities mature, and the work forms a reliable foundation for developing our fullest potential while creating a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and contributory. So, here we are in a new year, filled with vibratory promise in the month of January, celebrating the power of faith. Faith is the ability to believe, intuit, and perceive. And I like the sound of believe over resolve. Belief puts us in the present moment. So, how can we work with the power of faith to create a new year with meaning to us as individuals? As frequently happens, I found an answer in the Daily Word. The entry for December 28th, 2020, so struck me that I clipped it and added it to my gratitude journal, and I used the entire prayer as a daily affirmation. I'd like to share it with you today. Faith, the affirmation according to that daily word. With faith, I create my life anew. And that's the intention of why we are here today. My faith and my abilities can help me create the life of my dreams. Much more than wishful thinking, my faith is how I begin to build the belief that I can do anything I set my mind to. I use my faith to help me focus my beliefs and to bring into my life that which I most wish to see. Together with my power of imagination, I use my faith to visualize myself free from destructive habits, pursuing long-held goals, and realizing my most precious aspirations. I believe in myself. I believe I have a valuable contribution to make to the world. With faith, I believe I can make the rest of my life the best of my life, and I use my power of faith. I see a new reality taking shape before me, and I build the bridge of faith that takes me there. Now, for a few short minutes, I'd like to invite you to close your eyes and feel your feet planted firmly on Mother Earth, and open to the vibration of this daily word. Take faith deep within you as I recite this daily word once again. Let us join together with a gentle but deep inhale and exhale. With faith, I create my life anew. My faith and my abilities can help me create the life of my dreams. Much more than wishful thinking, my faith is how I begin to build the belief that I can do anything I set my mind to. I use my faith to help me focus my beliefs and bring into my life that which I most wish to see. Together with my power of imagination, I use my faith to visualize myself freed from destructive habits, pursuing long-held goals, and realizing my most precious aspirations. I believe in myself. I believe I have a valuable contribution to make to the world. With faith, I believe I can make the rest of my life the best of my life. As I use my power of faith, I see a new reality taking shape before me, and I build the bridge of faith that takes me there. Take another deep breath. Slowly open your eyes and feel your feet on the floor. With the vibration of the year and the 12 powers, especially the January power of faith, we have a path for making the rest of our lives the best of our lives, individually and collectively. So how does the burning bowl fit into this picture of creating life anew? The goal of the burning bowl ritual is to make space for new beginnings, to shift consciousness. It's about becoming still, naming what you want to release, and letting it go. Letting go opens us to the powers of inspiration, wisdom, and love. As Reverend Donna pointed out last week, the powers have correlation with specific areas of the body. Inspiration can be a component of faith, and the location is in the center of the brain. Wisdom is located in the pit of the stomach, love in the heart. There is also a correlation between the location of the powers and the body's energy centers, or chakras. To ensure a powerful release of what no longer serves us, I'd like to use vibration, the chakras, the 4 elements, and the 12 powers in our burning bowl ceremony today to layer the effects of the burning bowl. There is a popular advice for sermons and speakers that advises breaking your talk into 3 parts. Tell them what you're going to tell them. Next, tell them. And then tell them what you told them. This quote has been attributed to Aristotle, but the earliest evidence appeared in a short piece published in 1908 in Durham, England, by a minister in the Northern Daily Mail. I won't make you go through all 3 points, and I'm not going to be that repetitive. However, I will go through 1 and 2, because an explanation of what we will be doing and why may be warranted. But never fear, the trip to the fire pit is still on. I'm sure we all have a little pyromaniac in us somewhere. I know I do. I've mentioned vibration a number of times during my talk, And some of you know that for 20 years or so, I facilitated sessions with an incredible instrument called the Dreamweaver. The Dreamweaver worked with intent, sacred geometry, and musical vibration. I guess it's ingrained in me to head in that direction with the Burning Bowl ceremony. So what you will experience today is a meditation through the chakras to release what no longer serves you. And if you came with a pre-prepared list, that's fine. As we tour through the chakras, you may discover other thoughts to release to the fire. You will have time to write what you want to release after each chakra meditation. And there are 7 chakras. I could have the chakra picture. Those are the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. We will journey through each of these. And our own Angie Hayes will partner with me during this meditation by intuitively improvising music in a specific tone of each chakra. The vibration of Angie's music will resonate with the individual chakra and help it open for us to further explore. For those with a musical background, the root chakra starts with the note C, and moving up the spine resonates one note up the scale all the way to the crown chakra, which resonates with the note B. And thank you, Angie, for working with me in this special way. Once our lists are prepared, we will journey to the fire pit to release the papers to the fire, symbolically and metaphysically releasing what no longer serves us. Another tenet of the healing work I've done over the years is to replace released negative with a positive. While the negativity released to the fire opens us to receive good coming our way in this powerful year, I'd like to amp up that attraction with specially prepared water, also a balance to the fire. About a month ago, I started to charge water with the chakra powers. The powers I used were life, order, wisdom, love, power, imagination, and higher consciousness. I did this by taping the power words to chakra colors to the side of water jugs. The jugs were also surrounded by chakra crystals for added impact. I used a technique similar to that of Dr. Masaru Emoto, whose work with consciousness of water displayed through ice crystals I have found inspiring and remarkable. This is what I did. Deer Park, 100% natural water with the words, chakra words on it. I showed some of the photos of Dr. Emoto's work in a previous talk, but for those who are not familiar, let me give you a couple examples of what Dr. Emoto has done. In one experiment, he took polluted water from a Japanese lake and froze the ice crystals and looked at them under a microscope. The crystals were ugly and deformed. Then a group of monks prayed over that same lake, and Dr. Emoto, again, prepared ice crystals. And what resulted was stunningly beautiful crystals looking like snowflakes. In another experiment, Dr. Emoto exposed the water to the words, "I will kill you." The deformed crystal that came out of that experiment had a figure which looked remarkably like a man holding a gun. So to balance your release and to balance the element of fire, you will have the opportunity to sip some power-charged water on your return from the fire pit. I would invite you to let that water play with your mouth for a few seconds, and with your inquisitiveness turn on, you may note some differences in that water. On December 6th, Reverend David spoke about raising our consciousness. The work we do each year in releasing and creating anew is ultimately intended to raise our consciousness. As I was preparing for this ceremony, I held the intent, and do hold the intent, that we raise our consciousness individually and collectively in 2022. I would invite you to hold elevating our consciousness as the overarching intent of this ceremony. During my work with the Dreamweaver, I learned that intent plus vibration equals healing, and this equation is supported by many in the sound. What you're going to tell them part of my talk. As we move into the chakra meditation, we will move into the tell 'em part. For each segment of the meditation, I will speak the name of the chakra, the color associated with it, and the location in the body. For a short period of time, probably 30 to 45 seconds, Angie will play. I'd invite you to take your intention to that part of the body and just explore. After Angie's interlude, I will provide additional verbal guidance as Angie continues to play. So, let's begin our chakra journey with the root chakra. The root chakra sits at the base of the spine. The color is red. The root chakra is associated with the earth and is important in connecting a person to their physical environment. When the first chakra is functioning normally, a person is aware that their life is not separate from the life of the planet which gave birth to their physical body. The root chakra gives us the feeling of being grounded. When the root chakra is open, we feel confident in our ability to withstand challenges and to stand on our own 2 feet. It controls survival issues such as financial independence, money, and food. It also controls elimination and digestion. As you bring your attention to this area of the body, and with the inquisitive nature of a child, explore with your imagination. There is no right or wrong. It just is. Can you see the color red in your mind's eye? Can you feel the resonance of Angie's music in this area of your body? Can you feel the connection to Mother Earth? If you feel blocked in any of these areas, ask for release and take a moment to write it on your paper in a way which best suits you. It may be words, it may be pictures, it may be scribbles. You know that which you will ask the fire to release. So take a moment now if there is anything from the root chakra that calls to you to release. The second chakra is the sacral chakra, located in the lower abdomen, just above the genitals, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. The color is orange. This chakra controls your sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, and sexuality. The sacral chakra regulates sexual energy, which is far more than mere physical sexuality. It is the seat of creativity through which a person experiences the childlike wonder and excitement of the manifest universe. It is from this second chakra that a person experiences the world as a magical place. It is also where a man experiences his intrinsic masculinity and a woman her intrinsic femininity. This chakra helps to inform how we can relate to our emotions and the emotions of others. Bring your attention to this area of the body, and again, with the inquisitive nature of a child, explore with your imagination. There is no right or wrong, it just is. Can you see the color orange in your mind's eye? Can you feel the resonance of Angie's music in this area of your body? Do you feel a lack of control in your life? Have you lost your wonder and excitement of this universe in which we live? And are there any physical challenges in this area of the body? If you feel blocked in any of these areas, ask for release and write it on your paper again in the way which best suits you. Next, we journey to the solar plexus chakra, located in the upper abdomen in the stomach area. The color is yellow. When this chakra is open and functioning normally, a person obtains calmness and is even able to retain calmness in times of distress. Our ability to connect, to belong, to make long-term intimate association, the love of home, family, country, all are associated with the energy of the third chakra. What's more, the feelings of contentment and trust are also regulated by the solar plexus. Fear of unloved others and fear of relieving the pain of separation experienced in childhood are primary causes of blockages in the third chakra. You might feel overwhelming amounts of shame and self-doubt. Bring your attention to this area of the body, and with your inquisitive nature and your imagination, explore. There is no right or wrong, it just is. Can you see the color yellow in your mind's eye? Can you feel the resonance of Angie's music in this area of your body? If there is anything blocking the expression of your true self, ask for release and write it on the paper. The heart chakra is the bridge between the three lower chakras and the three upper chakras. It is located in the center of the chest, and the color is emerald green. It controls love, joy, and inner peace. This chakra can influence our ability to give and receive love. It is associated with compassion and healing, and in this capacity, it radiates a bright emerald green. It is transcendental aspect. The heart chakra is the source of light and love, not only human love, but agape love as well. Bring your attention to this area of the body, and with the inquisitive nature of your child self, explore with your imagination. There is no right or wrong, it just is. Can you see the emerald green color in your mind's eye? Can you feel the resonance of Angie's music in this area of the body? If there is anything blocking the expression of love, joy, and inner peace, ask for release and write it on your paper in the way which best suits you. The throat chakra is located in the throat. The color is light blue, and it controls communication, self-expression, and truth. The throat chakra controls a person's ability to express him or herself fully and creatively. It controls the entire area of the throat, neck, and face. And because of this facial expressions and gestures, and even the amount of personal space a person demands. Thus, the chakra is synonymous with personal integrity. A person can stand firm in the face of opposition. He or she can say no. By awakening the throat chakra, a person transcends fear. Once fear is transmuted, the I am can emerge, and a person can express themselves completely in all situations. Bring your attention to this area of the body. And again, with your inquisitive nature and your imagination, explore. There is no right or wrong. It just is. Can you see the light color blue in your mind's eye? Or can you feel the resonance of Angie's music in this area of the body? If there is anything blocking your ability to express fully and creatively in integrity, ask for release and write it on the paper in the way which best suits you. The third eye chakra is located on the forehead between the eyes. The color is a deep blue or indigo. It controls intuition, imagination, and wisdom. Frequently associated with the pituitary gland. The third eye chakra controls the intuition, imagination, and wisdom. So I would invite you to bring your attention to this area of the body between the eyes. And again, with the inquisitive nature of your childlike self, explore with your imagination. There is no right or wrong. It just is. Can you see the deep blue color in your mind's eye? Can you feel the resonance of Angie's music in this area of your body? If there's anything blocking your imagination, wisdom, or intuition, ask for release and write it on your paper in the way which best suits you. And the last chakra on our journey is the crown chakra, located on the very top of the head. The color is bright white. The crown chakra reflects our inner and outer beauty, our connection to spirituality and pure bliss. Our intent is to raise our consciousness to the point where this chakra is open and we are in a state of pure bliss. We honor this chakra wherever it is within our individual being, and no writing is necessary. As we close our meditation, I would invite you to feel your feet solid on the Earth Mother and to take a couple of breaths and slowly come back to this room. And David is ready with the fire pit, so as you are ready, you can proceed to the front of the building and offer what you want to release to the power of the fire. As you return to the building, I will have in the reception area some water should you choose to avail yourself of the power-blessed water. Thank you.
his touch before I walk and take too much. May I breathe to meet my fear, so gentleness might soon appear. May my light never fade. When the clock starts to change, may every part to the end from the start. I am whole if I can be brave to listen out and inside of me.
Sacred, sacred. We are a ministry of ministers. We're a ministry of ministers. You know, Linda, as I was participating, and we all were participating together with you, you know, what's coming for me is, you know, you spend your whole life preparing to share your ministry. And the amazing thing that happens is Spirit not only uses that, but as you step into it, you begin to realize it's about something much bigger than you ever imagined. And your heart just begins to open. And I saw that for you this morning. And we're really looking forward to you continuing to bless us with your deep understanding of what you shared this morning. Can we just bless her together with our blessing? We bless you. We appreciate you. We behold the Christ in you. Thank you for being here. So sacred. So we do have a few announcements this morning. First is I was going to ask Karen or Sally to come forward this morning, but Karen had shared with me that they won't be here. But we have some really exciting news to celebrate, and that is Karen and Sally, and I hope they watch this week because they really need to, if you see them, give them thanks. They have raised through the basket offering $1,600. You put that together with our $800 AV grant, and it's $2,400 going towards the sound team and their amazing work. God is good. God is good. And I will share with you the support that continues to come in, and that came in December, and we'll be sharing more in the future, is really powerful. And we are deeply blessed. Unity Medina is strong. We're strong. We're strong because we know we are a ministry of ministers. Wow. So another announcement is, you've noticed probably by now that we have moved back to mask required for Sunday service. We will continue that until the board assesses that we should change back. But we will also be offering on Wednesday night a sacred service, myself and Donna, and this is still in development. That will be mask optional, and it will be from 7 to 7:35. So it'll just be a meditation, a shorter talk, and then a few announcements. But it just will be a very sacred type of service, okay? So that will begin on January 12th. January 12th. So now is that time for our love offering. And so if you have any gifts or just in your awareness of all those ways that you serve one another, we serve the Christ within, just take that into your heart, into your hands, and together let's just say our offertory prayer. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. We are grateful. And so there's a basket here in the front.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I
Can I get 3 people to come forward, one to hold
I am so
each one of these?
I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
So in this very sacred moment, we are in that consciousness that knows that we are so blessed. Let's just feel that together for these gifts, for all the support and all the love that continues to be shared with one another with Unity Medina. We are so blessed. And so for the prayers in the box, we see each one realizing the power of gratitude. We see that rising up in the consciousness where they realize, we each realize those moments when we are in gratitude. Life just opens for us. So for the earth, for Mother Earth, what a blessing she is. Just be with that for a moment. She provides. She's a divine gift to support our journeys, to bless our journeys. And for this we are grateful. In the name of the Christ. Amen. Thank you. Do we have anyone here for the first time this morning? Do we? Right over here. We want to just bless you as well, okay? Let's all just bless her together. We bless you. We appreciate you. We behold the Christ in you. Thank you for being here. So let's just all stand and we'll circle in social distance, okay? And we'll do our closing peace song and then our prayer of protection.
Jesus be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And let's all just affirm what we know is true. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. What a difference it makes to have Angie and Eric back. Let's just give them a warm thank you.